my dearest kids, and welcome back to another exciting lesson which is being organized by your school, Metropolitan. Today, my dear kids, we are going to do exercise A of page number 30, and in this exercise, my dear students, we have to put these words into two columns. First one is verb and the next one is noun. So let's start with what is a verb and what is a noun. First, I will tell you what is a noun. Noun are the naming words. As we have discussed before, that everything which has a name, because in this universe, everything has a name. So, all the names are called nouns because they all are the naming words. Then, what are words? Words are those words which shows an action, whatever a noun is doing. It's moving, running, jumping, kneeling, just like shown in this picture. Whether the noun is doing anything, any action, it is called verb. So, today we are going to divide these words into two sections. First noun and second is verb. First of all, let's start with shoe. So, my dear students, shoe is an action verb or a naming word? It's a naming word because it's a name of a thing. So, it will be written as noun. Then second thing is run. What is run? It is a verb or a noun. Is it showing any action? Yes, it is showing an action of a noun that something or someone is running. Then there is another word, jump. Jump, and with jump you just jump your body from the ground, right? Just like this. Here a noun, a person is jumping. It is showing an action. So we will write it in the verb column. Then the next word is table. What is a table? It is a name of a thing. So we will write it in the noun column. Then man. What is a man? Is it an action? No, we call man a person. A person who is the male is called man. So we will write it in the noun section because it's a name of a person. We call the male a man. Then dance. What is a dance? It is an action because a noun dances and do some action. So it will come in the column of verb. Then chair. Chair is what? When you see a thing put along with you or beside you, which is a chair. How can you name it? Because it's the name of a thing. A thing on which you sit. Then look. We look something or someone, we do an action, right? When I say someone to look over there, he is doing some action, he is looking. So it will be right in the verb section. Then eat. Eating is also an action, so I will write it in the verb column. And the last one is flower. What is a flower? It is a type of plant, is a part of plant and having a different name. So it will be written in the noun column. Okay students, as we all know, we have to do forms of verb. So, in today's class, we also are going to do the forms of verb of these 5 words. First, we will write the second form and then the third form of the particular base form. First one is put. So, the second form of put is also put and the third form is also put. It remains the same. Then, the second word is look. The second form of look is looked and the third form is also looked. Then the third word is want, and it will convert it into wanted, and third form will also be wanted. Then please, the second form of please is pleased, and third form will remain the same as the second form. Then think, the second form of think is thought, THOUGH, thought. Okay students, let's repeat these words again. Put, the second form is put, and third form is also put. Then look, looked, looked, want, wanted, wanted, please, pleased, pleased, think, thought, thought. Okay students, the exercise which we are going to do now is exercise A of page number 31, and in this exercise we have to put commas. Where do we put commas? When we talk about several things. As you all can see in this line, the shoemaker used several things to make a pair of shoes, right? He used thread, leather, needle, table and a pair of scissors. But in the last thing we have used and. We have to put commas before and, before the words, to differentiate them, right? So as you all can see, the first one is done for you all. The elves are wearing trousers, shirts, coats, hats and shoes. They were wearing several things, right? So we will put commas to differentiate what were they wearing. Then the shoemaker's wife was wearing a skirt, a shirt, an apron, a sweater and shoes. So we will put commas between the words to differentiate what she was wearing. Then the last one is the shoemaker was wearing trousers, a shirt, glasses, socks and shoes. So we will put comma after trousers, comma, a shirt, comma, glasses, comma, socks and shoes. That's all, my dear students. We have done 3 exercises in grammar copy. The first one was about nouns and verbs. Second, we did forms of verb, and lastly we did exercise A of page number 31 in your grammar copy. You have to do all the work in your grammar copy. This is all for today's lesson. Hope to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.